It's a beautiful day today, right? So we are connecting now, and I'm just bringing everybody in the room. Bringing everybody in the room. I'm looking for my guests. I'm gonna put on my glasses in a minute so I can see y'all too. Thank you for sharing the broadcast, Coach Adam. I appreciate that. New York City. Hey, you know what? I'll be in New York in June for an event that I'm having there. Thank you for the likes. Run it up, run it up, run it up. I'm getting used to this whole TikTok vibe. I like it though. I like it. I like that it's all inclusive, right? I like that people can feel comfortable over here. Hey, y'all over here on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Go ahead and send me a hello. Tell me who's tuning in, where you're tuning in from as we're getting started. I'm sorry that y'all can't hear the music because you've been on TikTok all week and baby, we be turned up over here. And I'm sorry that y'all can't hear the music. I need to have one more device to play the music so everybody can hear it. But it's okay. So I'm gonna be looking over here and I'm gonna be looking over here because I'm streaming from multiple places. I'm in North Carolina. No, oh, you're in North Carolina. Okay, so my sister-in-laws live in North Carolina. They live out there. They're in Charlotte. They're in Charlotte, North Carolina. Hey, good day. Hey, Coach Bianca. Welcome to day 5 of the Massive Growth Challenge, the 5-day Massive Growth Challenge. Hey, I'm from Dallas, Texas. All right, Coach Mariah, I'm going to bring you on. How do I do that? Invite, invite, Coach Mariah. All right, you coming on, girl? So, y'all, on TikTok, we're going to have multiple viewers. So, once I turn the music down, you will be. I know I sound muggy down, but when I turn the music off over here, it'll be clear. Coach Mariah, are you on? Why can't I see you? Okay, there you are. Hey, we get that thing on here. I love it. Okay, huh? No, I'm not on Instagram today. So my good people over here that's on what is that? What is that? We not playing games today. So my people who are on Facebook and who's on LinkedIn and YouTube, go ahead and share this out. Because we're gonna be one big family over here today. Mariah, why is your face so big on here? I don't like it so small either. Let's see. Hey, we got my master life coach on here, Roberto. You don't sound. Oh, You know what, Roberto? I sound muffled on Facebook and LinkedIn because the music is playing. But but y'all is dancing. Yeah, this is day 5, y'all. It's gonna be so juicy. It's gonna be so juicy and so good on day 5. I can't wait for us to dive into it. I'm gonna put my when I put my glasses on, y'all know it's about to go down. Okay, it's about to go down. Hey, to my beautiful friend that just popped in. How are you? How was your day today? When this song go off, we're gonna get into it. But Coach Mariah, how do I get you side by side, man? I don't like that. I'm gonna keep you like that. You can say you can say you don't want to say me. Well, when you start talking, I'm gonna put you back there. But how did I do that? I don't even know how I did it. We probably should have. Baby, we probably should have practiced that. We probably should have practiced this. All right, all right. Okay, Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube. Y'all should be able to hear me clearly now. Welcome to day 5 of the 5-day massive growth challenge that we've been on all week here on TikTok, here on Instagram, here on Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube. We've been all over the place and we've been having a very, very good time just learning how we can take charge of our life. And everybody thought that, we were going to be talking about, just the mediocre stuff, like, oh, you got to have these boundaries up and then, it's surface level boundaries. Oh, you got to combat fear and it's surface based fear. We went deep in. And so Monday, it was all about combating our fears and visualizing what that looked like, right? And a lot of you discovered that your fears are just internally embedded into your trauma. So we actually looked at our trauma and then we looked at where we want to be in the healing, throughout the healing journey. So at the end of, visualizing yourself of where you are now and where you want to be, you saw abundance, you saw happiness, you saw joy, you saw all of the great things, right? So that was the whole point of day 1. So we didn't do surface level, right? Because we don't have time for surface level anymore. And the reason why we don't have time, which is why we kind of covered it in day 2 of the challenge, which was how do we gather more tools? How do we be resourceful for ourselves using our skills, our talents, and all of the things so we don't get left behind, right? So COVID taught us that if you're not ready, if you're not prepared for anything, for any type of disaster, you can literally get left behind. So on day 2, we talked about stepping outside of where we are and stepping into where we know we can shine, because day 1 was about the fear. So on day 2, you should have had a better processing of how to deal with your internal fears so you can embrace who you are in day number 2. Y'all following me? If y'all follow me, put a 1 in the chat, especially for those of you who have been on with me all week, right? Then we hit day 3, right? So, day 3 was the boring day. So let me tell y'all something. I don't know what y'all be thinking about, but even teachers, the stuff we be having to teach sometimes it's boring to us. Sometimes be having to add the fire and the sexiness into it so we can be excited about teaching. But I knew that I had to come to you on day 3 and actually address our story and go over other people's story, because I will say sometimes we don't even understand what's happening in our life until we see it in somebody else's life. It's just like if you were in an unhealthy relationship but you're so conducive, like that's what because you live it day in and day out, and so you live in it, so you don't really see anything wrong with it until your friend is in a unhealthy relationship and you say, why you let him talk to you like that? or why you let her talk to you like that? And then they turn around and say, well, your man do the same thing or your woman do the same thing. Y'all feeling me? So we had to go back and revisit your story so you can own your story. And then I gave you examples of other people's stories so we can relate with them, from their rags to their riches, or their turmoil to joy and success. And then we could say to ourselves, oh my gosh, if they can do it, I can do it too. Right? If they can do it, I can do it too. So we've been rocking and rolling. Hey, we got Nappy Coach here. Let me invite her on. So it's going to be a whole panel today, y'all. It's going to be a whole good panel. Coach Mariah, where are you? Are you still on here? Did I lose you? What is happening? Put me back on. How did we lose you, Coach Mariah? See, I can't be figuring all this stuff out. See, now y'all having me multitask too much over here. So I'm trying to put you back on. Nappy Coach, are you there? Can you hear me? I can hear you. I'm trying to get Coach Mariah back on. Nappy Coach, I think you're a moderator too, though. Can you get her on here? Oh, invitation sent. It said invitation sent. She just has to accept it. Okay, so we did that on day 3, and then we got to day 4 on yesterday, and I loved day 4. Did y'all, those of you who tuned in yesterday on day 4, did you love day 4? If you love day 4, put a 1 in the chat, because I loved day 4, because we talked about eliminating the trauma, because we live in trauma reenactment all day long, regardless if, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, I will never be that way. I would never be like my parents. I would never be like my dad, my mom, or whatever. But you may not be like it, but because of trauma reenactment, and I told y'all to go look up that term, trauma reenactment will have you attracting things that once traumatized you. Right? So even though you're not an alcoholic anymore, or you're not abusive towards your kids or whatever, you are attracting those type of people in your life because it's still a safety zone of familiarity. Okay. And it's crazy as that may sound, that's how manipulating the freaking brain is, because that's all the brain knows until we constantly redirect it. We have to constantly redirect the brain in order for it to truly transcend into where we want it to be, right? Because for one, when you go into trauma and you attract trauma, so now you're attracting music, you know, trauma type of music, trauma type of television, trauma type of reading. So not only is the trauma so personal for you, it's in everything that you do. And sometimes subconsciously, we're not even aware of this stuff, right? I have friends who tell me all the time, oh, girl, I got to go watch my Ratchet TV. And it could be the Ratchet TV-ness is part of their trauma reenactment, and they don't even understand why. You know, she is frozen. Okay, tell Coach Mariah to go out and come back in. But I just do not like how small Nappy Coach is on the screen. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh my God. So I'm going to try to figure this out. So anyway, that's what we talked about. And we just talked about eliminating those things. And how did we address eliminating those things? We addressed it by talking about boundaries, and not the surface level boundaries, but the boundaries that constantly mobilizes how we receive other people's energy, that's just like the trauma that lives secretly inside of us, right? So it's like, okay, like I gave the example, and I want to give the example again because I think it was a pretty good example. Hello, everyone, first time here. Hey, girl, how are you? Nice to meet you, Shoban. Is it Shoban Miami? We're here on day 5, and you can go back and you can catch the other 4 days, because I learned that they save all of our lives here on TikTok. But we have done a 5-day Massive Growth Challenge to help us live our best life and get our lives together for 2024. Okay, so and the same thing for you, Facebook, LinkedIn, um, YouTube. You can go back and you can catch the replay if this is your first time tuning in as well. So those of you, okay, Coach Georgia is coming on. So those of you who are tuning in for the very first time, I'm Master Coach LaKendra in my world of life coaching. Hey, Richard Foster. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in so long. Hopefully I'll be able to see you on Love Thursday. Hopefully you registered and I'll get to see you on Love Thursday and give you a big old hug because I haven't seen you in so long. But in my world, I'm Master Coach LaKendra. I am the owner and CEO of the Global Life Coach Training and Entrepreneur Institute and Simply LaKendra Enterprises, where I help leaders lead with love. How do I help leaders lead with love? By teaching them principles of life coaching so they can take massive control over their personal lives, because who we are in our personal life is who we are in business, right? And so I just teach you how to do that by creating your own authenticity, your own originality, and just, owning up with integrity and truth in who you are as a business owner so you can be productive, in business and outside of business. So you can be a good parent and a good leader. So you can be a good community, a good neighbor and a good leader. All that stuff merges in together. So that's what I do for a living. I sent the request. Okay, let me find your request, girl. Accept. I'm going to accept you here. Okay. Okay, I think I got the team. The team is gonna come on over here, but y'all are good over here too, because y'all will be able to hear them. So let's go back to day number 4. So in day number 4, we talked about the boundaries and we talked about, coming out of the superhero syndrome of wanting to save everybody that we experience that has pain. Why? Because pain begets pain, and we marry into each other because we feel that we can rescue them. Why do we feel that we can rescue them? Because I couldn't rescue my mama, who was an alcoholic or a drug addict. I couldn't rescue my father, who was an alcoholic, abusive, and a drug addict. I couldn't save my grandmother. I couldn't save the people that I love. So now that I'm an adult, maybe I can save my wife. Maybe I can save my kids. Maybe I can save my spouse. And then we get into that drunken syndrome, because that's what I call it. We get into that drunken syndrome that we can do this for other people and we lose ourselves. Y'all feeling me? Siobhan is feeling me. Thank you so much for the roses. I love that. Thank you. And we lose ourselves in trying to save these people. So we talked about a deeper meaning of boundaries. And when you feel like you're connected, now going back to the example I gave, you and a good friend, y'all go out for the very first time with each other, and the friend gets sloppy drunk and start to have like these behaviors you've never seen. Maybe they're erratic, maybe they're mean, and it triggers something in you, right? We talk about triggers. The emotion triggers inside of you where you have a trauma reenactment. That's what that means. You have a reenactment of the trauma of maybe you saw your father drunk and erratic, or your mom drunk or erratic, and now you have this friend. Instead of get the friend home, and we talked about this, get the friend home so they're safe. But the next day when they're sober, you need to have a full conversation with them and let them know, if this is how you behave, I can't be a part of that because your trauma triggered my trauma. So one or two things can happen. I can give you some options of how you can get help, or you need to seek help. But until that happens, me and you can't hang out no more. And that's something hard for us because everybody yearns for acceptance and everybody yearns for significance. And we want to coexist with other people and not lose people. But I'm trying to teach you how not to lose yourself. Yes, healthy boundaries. That's right. I'm trying to teach y'all. I'm trying to give y'all the game so you can have massive growth, because y'all be trying to ask me, Master Coach, how do you get through this stuff? And it's not because I'm perfect. It's because I'm in pursuit of massive happiness. I'm in pursuit of it, y'all. I deserve it. I crave it now, and I'm tired of suffering. I'm tired of the freaking drama, and I don't want it no more. I want success in my love life. I want success in my personal life. I want success in my professional life, and so I practice this stuff every day. Progress over perfection. Y'all know what I mean? It's not about, I'm perfect in this game, but I am progressing in it. And so I want to help y'all to progress in it too. And this 5-day challenge is nothing but a help, me extending my love and my heart and my vibrations to you all. And I don't want anything from you after this. Matter of fact, after this, I may take a damn break because this was trying for me to try to come on every day at 3:00. And then, yesterday I didn't come on to 4:00. And so this is trying for, because I run a full business, but I wanted to be faithful. I wanted to commit, and I wanted to give y'all my word of saying that for 5 days, I'm going to do this. And so I've shown up. I bought some of my beautiful tribe with me, so you can know that I ain't no solo Rolo, and this is just some type of hoopla that's on TikTok. This is real life, and this is stuff that I teach in real life, and I'm gonna let you hear from them in a minute. So we dove deep into eliminating on day 4, and baby, on day 5. Day 5 is gonna be fun. For one, because I'm heavy. I'm always talking about, I'm trying to dig it out of y'all all the time. So I'm always the heavy speaker. But I have some people who are going to really bring some light and some joy to the room today. And we're going to be talking about community. Because for me, for you to have massive growth, you have to have community. You got to stop saying, oh, I don't need nobody. We all need somebody. I need you and you need me and we need each other. Because when all hell breaks loose, who do you have to turn to? Yeah, okay, well, I turn to God. Y'all know I'm a God girl, so I'm going to always say God, and you can be whatever you turn to. But I be needing somebody to talk back to me. I be needing something to happen in real time. I be needing the instant gratification. And the only place you can get that is if you build community, and not build any community, but building a community that looks like. Now, pay attention to this. Pay attention to this. Build a community that does not look like where you are right now. The community needs to look like where you're trying to go. That's the difference. Because all of us are diving into communities, and you're having all of these trauma reenactments because you're building with people who are right where you are. And y'all are triggering each other. It's just trigger. It's just like playing the remember the game where you was the doctor and you had to try to pick the bone out. What was that game called, y'all? Operation. Yeah, Operation. And every time you hit the side, it said burn. That's what triggers feel like when you in a room full of people who just like you, right? Y'all are all on the same path. So you need to find a stronger community with stronger leadership that can help redirect you, and and when you're triggered and then you go into your erraticness, you don't trigger the leader. See, it's a lot of stuff that these folks can do on this screen over here that just don't faze me. I just be like, oh, my polar ting. Oh, I just need to hold space with them. I just need to give them time to get themselves together. Not you triggering the leader, and all of y'all are at the unhealthy relationship building, So now I'm just to go talk about Coach Mariah and Coach Giorgio and to the other people, and then that's just so unhealthy, y'all. It's just so unhealthy. All of the unhealthy is, hey, ting, that's me. So anyway, we're going to get into community, and I have a whole acronym of community, and we're going to talk about it. I'm going to bring these people up to the stage. I'm going to turn my speaker up a little bit louder over here. Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. What do you say, Coach Mo?
It was loud. I asked Coach Giorgio to put it on.
Okay, so I'm going to turn my speaker up a little bit so y'all can also hear over here, and I'm make sure my speaker is turned up over here. So I've created this acronym for a community, and we're going to really talk about the importance of community. C, cultivating, right? Learning how to actively, nurture and grow and develop positive change. You becoming positive in the community, not you coming in the community and becoming negative. Just think about it. Just think about a workplace. A community is wherever you reside, right? It's in your workplace, it's where you live, it's when you go out. All of that is community. So when you go into and cultivating in community, who you are is very, very important. So you're at the workplace and you're a brand new person and you come in and the first person you meet is the negative person that's going to give you the rundown of everybody. And automatically they disrupt your mindset. So we don't want to be those type of people. I tell people in my training all the time, the best thing that you can do is just be quiet. Don't I be saying that, y'all? Just don't talk. If you got to be negative, work on the first thing you need to work on is just like suppressing it. You want to talk about somebody, you want to say something negative, just suppress it because it will affect the whole ecosystem, right? Hey, Coach Matt. Coach Matt said, hey, day 5, you came in right in time. So that's the C for community. The O is openness, right? And that's just understanding, coming in with a bigger mindset. So some of you are on here and you've never met me before. You like, who is this woman with these superstar glasses on, this red hair? Because yesterday I think I had on blonde hair, so you're gonna get a different me. It just depends on how I feel, right? Who is she? Well, the moment that you stay here, you have to have openness and less judgment, right? Unless you a negative Nancy or a negative Bob, right? So openness, you got to have transparency, right? So you can figure it out. And you have to have a willingness to explore my perspectives. Because this is my life. This is you entered to 5555 TikTok lane, YouTube lane, Instagram lane, Facebook lane. And the address belongs to Master Coach LaKendra, right? So and I have to have the same thing for you. I have to have openness to what you're going to say. And I have to have openness and transparency to your perspectives. In my past, I had to learn to stop people pleasing and shut negative conversations right. Oh my gosh. And are we still learning it? Like, we're still human and we get caught up in it, but I totally agree with that. Shaban, I totally agree with that. So C, if someone want to take some notes and put it in the chat, that would be super great. So C is cultivating. O is openness. M is mutual respect. For some reason, y'all, I don't know, like social media has given us this, I don't know, a different tongue. So it's like some of us have 2 tongues in our mouth, right? We have the tongue that's, the pleasant person, and then we have the mean girl or the mean guy tongue, right? And so we're not respecting each other's space when we're coming in on social media because we can hide behind the surface. But you still got karma. Baby, you can't hide from the spirit. This is why I be trying to tell people, you doing all this mess on here, but you still got to face your spiritual self. And you can get karma with that. So you still going to be taken care of. It don't matter whether it's in the physical world or the spiritual world. We still reap what we sow. So in community, we got to have mutual respect. And that's valuing and honoring dignity, your worth, and boundaries of other people. Y'all feeling me? That's the M. No, that's one M. The other M is mindfulness, right? Mindfulness. And that's having awareness. But sometimes most people don't even know how to live in awareness because you don't know how to reflect on a daily basis. Reflection of, oh my gosh, that person kind of looked at me weird. Okay, it must have been something that I did. Or, maybe they just having a bad day. So let me just kind of stay away from that person instead of invading their space. Like, we're so like, just on top of each other type of people. Y'all feel what I'm talking about? So we got to work on our presence. Like, remember people who looking at you and they're frowning all the time, and they're not really frowny type of people, but they just so used to frowning because no one has said like, hey, why are you frowning? And they're like, oh my gosh, am I frowning? Right? Or are you that person where everything is written on your face? Like, if something, you smell something, and you see something and you squinch it all up. So you got to be mindful of your visual self, right? And then also your intentionality of your thoughts. This is a good one, y'all. Your intentionality of your thoughts. Because if you're constantly thinking negative, then your response is going to be negative. Your movement is going to be negative. The body language is going to be negative. So if you're thinking, check this out, because I'm a facilitator, so I'm constantly always facilitating, but I understand body language, which is why proximity is really great. And people say, oh, you can't have proximity virtually, but you can, because I can lean up on the screen. This is proximity. Like, if I feel like I lost y'all, what I'll say, hey, go ahead and press a 1 if y'all are still here with me, right? Or I say, hey, you feeling me? Or I can lean up. So when you are in a negative thought process and you say, oh, I'm bored, the immediate reaction to I'm bored is your body language goes from here to here. Now you're sluggish. Now you fumbling through papers and shit. You on your phone. And it just turns to total chaos after that. And that energy, what? It invades the space. So you got to have intentionality of your thoughts and your actions, because why? It creates your behavior. It's going to create the behavior that you're going to bring to that space, right? So mindfulness is a big thing for me. It's a really, really big thing for me, because I am so big on respect. If you're talking or if you're typing, I want to respect that. I just want to respect it. U is for unity, right? We're doing an acronym for community, because that's what we're going to be talking about today. And so U is for unity, and that's just belonging. We all have a hard time with that. Some of us are so socially awkward. So you don't know even how to interject yourself into a space because, oh, I'm introverted, right? That word just, You're not introverted. You just need a skill set to learn how to be present, right? So when we're talking about unity, I need for y'all to feel like you belong there. And the only way that you're going to do that is you showing up in excellence. And I teach excellence, right? So excellence is not like this superb nature of being. It's just who you are at the current time. Because if you show up in a space, that means you've made a conscious decision to give it your all, whether you feel good about it or not. But when you get there, if you're going to leave your house and get there, you might as well just suck up the fear, and find one person to introduce yourself to. Just all you need is one person. And I normally say find the loudest person, because that person is mainly, they're going to be extroverted and they're going to take you and introduce you to everybody anyway, right? So that's all you really got to do. You have to do your job, because the first thing we talk about is, oh, they was just so bougie and they wasn't my type of people. Baby, if the energy sent you there, then that was preordained for you to be. Y'all follow me on this, because remember, I speak spiritual life, right? So if you were there, it was already pre-orchestrated for you to be there. So now you got to figure out what your job is there in that room. And it don't have nothing to do with the bougie people or didn't nobody come talk to me, but who did you go talk to? Who did you go speak to? Who did you go and introduce yourself to? Oh, it was just so boring. But that's your own opinion because hell, everybody else having fun. So that's a good one, right? Okay, that's a good one. So we have to really work on just that unity so you can find your collaboration, right? Your collaboration. And then sometimes I tell people all the time, find somebody that don't look like you. I'm real big on diversity. We run a global school. We have coaches all around the world. I do community all around the world. And so I love diversity. So sometimes you can just feel comfortable with finding somebody who do not look like you because most times if you find a minority in the room, they nervous too. So go talk to them. Go have a conversation with them, right? So that's the other you. Then it's in. Community so long. I should have did a shorter word, but then it's the end, right? N is nurturing, right? You have to have nurture in the space, which is just encouragement. And it doesn't mean for everybody, but how do you self-encourage yourself? How do you nurture yourself and your well-being, right? Making sure that you're okay. You took a bath before you left. You brushed your teeth. You making sure everything is in order for yourself so you can feel nurtured in the environment. Because people are so freaking judgmental. People will judge the book by its cover. They don't want to open your book up. So you got to make sure that you are present and presentable. It's just really that simple. And so sometimes you got to do a little bit more when you're coming into community because it's no longer all about you at all. It's about a collective of people, right? It's a whole atom. And if you're not making yourself visible in the atom, then you're going to get lost. You're going to get lost in the sauce, right? Okay, so where am I? Oh, I just love how Coach Adam is keeping my brain together over here. So I is inclusivity, right? So make sure, now y'all hear me out. Because I used to get in trouble about this. Make sure you're in an inclusive environment. I get this is just for the Black community. This is just for the Indian community. This is just for the Anglo-Saxon community. This is just for the Asian community. I get it. Because sometimes you need to go into a place where people sound like you and look like you so you can feel that you belong. But I told a story about how I used to go into spaces that look like me and sound like me and would still be heavily judged. So that debunked the whole theory about, oh, you just need to stay in your community and do community with people who just look like you and sound like you. So I don't live like that anymore. Most of my trauma come from the people who look like me and sound like me. Y'all feel me? So inclusivity is very big for me in community. When people come into our community, you have to know that you coming in here to a melting pot of people. And I always invite, when I did my tour last year, I invited everybody to come to the Philippines with me. I invited everybody to come to Africa with me. Like, just come so you can see beyond Dallas, Texas, right? Because we're in Dallas, Texas, and you can see beyond that. You can really see the inclusivity in our business. And so you should want an environment that's going to welcome all people. And if you're not in an environment that's welcoming all people, then you may want to just rethink it. Yes, Siobhan said this right here. You may just want to rethink it, because how can we find all of the resources that we need in one place? I didn't massively grow until I stepped outside of the United States. Coupled that with the United States, I became really, really successful. Right? I was just telling my mom this. I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy you caught the live too. Thank you. Thank you. Make sure you're following me and I'll follow you back, Siobhan. So make sure you're following me. So inclusivity, T is trust. This is a big one. The reason that we have big reasons or big problems with trusting is because it's connected to trauma. Right? We had a lying ass husband, a lying ass wife, lying ass parents, and everybody. So friends who backstabbed us. So it has created trauma within us. So when you go into these groups, you don't trust nobody. You see what I'm saying? That's how it is. This is like, I don't trust. What they want $25 for me, what they gonna do with that $25? Because the last time I paid $25, I ain't seen none of it. So, you don't have any confidence, no reliability, no integrity for the other people, but you got to go in there with an open mind. And just because you heard something from somebody else don't make it true for you. So normally when people tell me stuff about people before I even meet them, it puts me on high alert, but then I have to coach myself back down to compassion and empathy and understanding, because they could be two trauma bonded people, but I ain't no trauma bonded person. So normally when I meet people, it's a whole different experience for me, because I want to bring the best out of you. I'm not going to even let you do the foolery around me, right? So if you are connecting with people who are causing you to be in a distrust spirit, it has nothing to do with the person. You got to bring it back to yourself every single time. Bring it back to yourself every single time. Because how can you have judgment against something that you haven't even experienced on your own? How? Oh, I had a deep baby. Something said, cha-ching, ching, ching. I like that. Okay. So where am I, Coach Adam? That was what? T? T. Oh, Lord, thank God we're on Y. Why did I do an acronym for community? That was just too damn long. We're on Y now, okay? Y is yielding to grow. Yielding to grow. Yielding to grow. So that means that you got to be open to change. You got to be open to the evolution. You got to be open to personal development, both individually and collectively. These couple of people who are right here, who's going ready to talk to y'all, are a part of my community. And I have to also be open to collective changing of myself and my systems. We are very, very unique. We have an unorthodox type of company. So me being the leader in here, I'm so open to change, and I'm so open to not only changing myself for the betterment of my team, but also my systems, because without these people, I don't have a business, or a business going to be real hard for me to run. Can I do it on my own? Yeah, but why would I want to? Right? Why would I want to? So you have to learn that when you come into community, you got to be open to hearing, to receiving, to internalizing and reflecting, and then making a conscious decision to grow for the betterment of that community. Or you don't need to be a part of it. And that's the heart-wrenching thing, because this is the reason why none of us can really belong anywhere, because ego gets in the way. Ego is so egotistical, right? It gets in the way, and to the part where, because it's just like, no, this is how I am. This is and it just can't roll like that. Even in your own ecosystem in your home, even when you're raising your children, even when you're coexisting with your spouse or your lover, you just can't be you. Not the negative part of you. You have to challenge yourself to grow, right? And also understand the perspective of others, and then y'all find a middle ground to make it work, to coexist with each other. And if you can't do that, then it ain't the community for you. That ain't the boo for you. That ain't the friend for you. Y'all feeling me? If y'all feel me, put a one in the chat. I love y'all, baby. We are on fire. Ego is brought about fear. Yes, it is, because it's a trauma. It's a trauma response to the trigger. So trauma meets trauma. That's just what I know. Trauma eats trauma. 11111. We got ones. Okay, great. So I'm gonna introduce y'all to my some of my beautiful coaches that not only do I do life with them, but I do community with them as well. And I'm just gonna let them like give their perspectives on the power of community, and how community, which is our Jice Loves community, how it has like transcended them, how it has changed their life or affected their life, or where I don't know what the hell these people gonna say, because they didn't even know what we was gonna talk about today. So I don't even know. So, but I'm gonna what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna move this camera to the front so our viewers over here can see exactly what it is that I'm talking about. I'm gonna lower this some so y'all don't feel left out, because I know how I feel. Like, why is she even doing this like this and we can't even see? So who gonna talk first so I can put y'all up on the screen?
Nappy Coach.
Nappy Coach. Okay, let me see. Show. Okay, hold on, y'all. Oh, wait a minute. Start show live? How to run a show? Set the stage. I've already did the show live. Okay, hold on. Oh, boom. There she go. So Nappy Coach, like, introduce yourself and what you do, and then all of the things.
Hello, everyone. I am known as Nappy Coach Nia. I am lead coach for the Global Institute of Coaches and Entrepreneurs. I'm also a loctician and mental health life coach for the Nappy Sanctuary Wellness Center, which is a salon where I help people discover their passion and their purpose through the magic of locking your hair. Hi. I've been certified as a mental health coach since November of 2019, and been traveling along with everyone and doing life in community with this beautiful tribe of people since then. Being a part of this community has been tremendous growth, tremendous healing, and it's given a totally different perspective on who I am as a person and just how to operate in life in general.
Awesome. And so just thinking about community, where were you before you found this community? What type of community did you have?
I didn't have a community. You have.
Thank you for the flowers, AA Run. Y'all talk to our people on here, because y'all know I can't see no more, but y'all see my fingers saying there it is. Okay.
I didn't have community, and I hear that a lot now, where people are always looking for their tribe. Like, I'm looking for this tribe of people. I'm looking for this tribe of people who will hold me accountable or lift me up when I'm down. Before this, I didn't have a tribe. Your homegirls that you kick it with on the weekends, your family members, your favorite cousin, that is not your tribe. That is not what a tribe is made of. A tribe, like truly tribing with someone and being in community is being with like-minded people who really are cheering for your advancement. One thing, Master Coach, you always say is that it's a 3-win mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you win, I win, and we all win. So every win is a collective.
Yeah.
For everybody. And I just wasn't surrounded by people who really wanted to see me win. Yes, it's cool to like go out and have drinks or go to the club or go have dinner or whatever, but that is not what a tribe is made of. A tribe is made of people who, at your lowest point, will straighten your crown, not tell anybody that it was even crooked, pat you on your back and say, let's go get it. Yeah. A tribe of people will not let you be at your lowest point and stay there. Like, it's okay to not be okay, but you need a group of people around you who will motivate you and not let you stop in the midst of the dark places.
Mm.
And they will bring you back to light every single time. That's what I've learned in this community. I've learned that I'm enough, which I didn't feel like I was before. But this community has told me that, no, you are enough. Your voice is powerful.
Mm-hmm.
You have a purpose. Go and complete the goal. God gave you a vision. What is it that you want to do? Let me help you. Let me hold your hand. What we doing today? What we doing tomorrow? What's your goal for next week? What's your goal in the next hour? Get on TikTok. Get on Facebook. Let's do this live. Like, you need people around you who are truly going to motivate you to be the best version of who it is that you're supposed to be. And so before that, I did not have that. And it's a beautiful feeling being around people who will encourage you to do that, to just be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And so when you say show up in excellence, excellence is not perfection. Excellence is the best of your ability. And so learning that different perspective is life-changing.
Come on, Nappy Coach. Look, I don't know how y'all can see, but listen, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, honey. I turned this around because I knew that this was going to be a treat today. I knew it was going to be a treat today. Well, I really appreciate that, Nappy Coach. So we're gonna we'll come back to you. Who gonna be up next? We'll come up.
Coach Mo, since you put me on.
Coach Mo, okay. So this is Coach the beautiful Coach Mo. So introduce yourself, Coach Mo, and tell all the things that you do.
Okay, hey y'all, I'm Coach Mo, aka Mariah.
You're so welcome, Siobhan. Y'all know y'all know I'm gonna be interrupting y'all, so just kind of pause and breathe because we got people coming in, but I also see Make Dreamies in here, so I know he's probably speaking to everybody if he's not driving. But Hey, Danny, how are you? I see that you spoke, and thank y'all for all of the little hearts and the love. We really appreciate it. Okay.
Hey, y'all. Hey. They're popping up in here, too. So I'm a certified life coach in mental health, certified life and mental health coach. I've been with the Institute since 2020, the pandemic. So I came in a very pivotal time when I definitely needed the Institute the most. So what I do is I help women reconnect, reflect, and reestablish their success path by gaining the confidence, the clarity, and the currency so that they can live the lifestyle that they desire. So I've been life coaching. I've helped women in the maternity home. I help children. Now I'm just continuing to build now. Like you said, community, which is right on point because that's what I'm doing as well. Still building my community on top of my community so that, I can pour into them as well. I love single moms, women, empowerment. So that's what I'm doing now is have some things going on. The first quarter is looking pretty good for me to get. Well, first quarter is looking pretty good because I'm stepping out on Facebook.
Right, because I was getting ready to redirect that thought.
So like Nappy Coach said, you have that community. Jice Love is a great community, a great tribe to support you in life. Like this is not just no one-stop shop. And I'm just telling my story real quick, Mr. Coach.
Okay.
Because I was already a certified life coach, but I didn't have that community. I didn't have that support. My friends didn't support me. Like they were just kind of confused on like, what are you doing? Like, what do you mean you're a life coach? And I felt lost out there. But with prayer, I ended up getting fired. Not with prayer on that part, but with prayer, ended up getting fired. And in the midst of that, I had found the Global Institute, and so. Just all of a sudden, never heard Master Coach's voice, and she called me and was like, I'm just trying to see if you're gonna come to class, and here I am trying to be all, sad and stuff, sad Sally, and she didn't let that happen. She was like, girl, go get your hair done, go get your nails done, get up, and I'm gonna see you in class. And that was just really like a booster. Like, okay, I need somebody like that on my team. I need somebody like that in my community. I need somebody like that to continue to push me, because sometimes that's all we need, is someone to hold our hand or give us a little nudge to say, girl, you got this. But I didn't have that. As much as I wanted to call on family or friends, like, I really didn't have that. And I definitely found that here. They coaches to y'all, but they family to me. So whether I talk to them every day, whether I talk to them every year, every month, like, these are my people. So don't play with them. What was the other question, Master Coach?
Just like you kind of dove into it. Like, where were you before you found community for yourself, and how? Now, just talk to everybody about how important and significant how significant it is to find community from your perspective of being, at the time I met you, you weren't married. So being a single parent mom, and raising a child and all the things.
Yeah, so that was like my niche of like single moms, right? I'm always gonna have a love for a single mom because I understand the struggle. I struggle, but I still had like a mindset to just keep trying, trying to accomplish some things. So in time, I was able to ground myself even more getting into the institute, because I was able to continuously do self-reflection, keep reflecting, and set those goals and meet those goals. Set the next goal, meet the next goal. It was a point of time where I did show up, but I was ragged, y'all. But they didn't judge me. They were just like, Mariah, just keep showing up, keep doing. You were great, like, and I know I'm great, but I didn't feel great at the time. But it's just part of life. I got myself in a position to where, I worked for the Institute full time. I haven't been back to a 9 to 5 since then. And I'm grateful for that. My family, I have freedom. Honestly, this is what freedom is for me, where if my family calls me, I can just go and I don't have to just really answer for somebody. All I have to do is make some adjustments. But I got married, and I feel like the reason why I'm married is because I'm able to calm my mind. I'm able to think. I'm able to, build that relationship with someone and start my own legacy. At first, I didn't even know what a legacy was. Like, I've heard it, but I didn't know how do you build stuff like this? Like, what am I leaving for my family? Like, who's gonna know I'm here, right? So I feel like in the world, like, having a community, and that's this is my community. My home is my community. This is where it all starts at home. So, they'll say you can have church in a church house, but church always starts at home too. So, and I continue to pour into my family, and so that we can all be positive. I have my daughter. I'm a sports mom, so I'm always at a game. I have a 16-year-old and a 1-year-old, so that's a huge difference. So I'm a mommy all over again. Like, anything I wanted in life, y'all, like, I got it. And I'm still gonna put things down that I want. Like, it's not over. My cup still isn't full. So until my cup is full, I'm gonna keep going after what I want. So as far as my community supports me. Like, they really support me, and let me know that, hey, you got the support, you need to do it, and we're gonna hold you to it. So the fact that I'm even on live is a big leap. and I got here. I know, right? It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. I love it. I'm so proud of you too. Coach Cliff said yes. Okay, awesome. So I invited Coach Esteen on too, so she's gonna come right on over here. But we get ready to take it over to Coach Giorgio. Coach Giorgio Alpha. Hey, Coach Giorgio.
Coach Giorgio, take your mute off.
Take your mute off. Because, baby, Coach Giorgio, I've been to the barbershop. Hey.
fried.
He didn't turn his whole camera off. We said turn your mute off. Well, while he's getting it together, let me scoot this back some and get back on camera. But I lost the. Let's see.
Y'all done got me hot over here. I done got on social media.
So listen, y'all. While Coach Giorgio is getting his things situated, this is what I wanted to talk about today. That's why I told you today was going to be just so fulfilling, because some of us feel like there's no light for tomorrow. But sometimes you have to create your own light. I remember when I just felt like I was in business by myself, and my master coach jumped on here, Master Coach Roberto Candelaria. He has done, he has poured so into me, and I invested in his mastermind, and I've been a part of it, now, I'm going on 3 years. And so I had to create that own light. I had to create my own light. I had to find my own community. In some communities you invest in, and some communities you don't. Some communities you go into and then you find investments within a community for your massive growth. And so that's what community is for me. You should be able to go into a community and find everything you need, or the community should be able to build it for you. Do y'all hear me? That's the difference. Coach Giorgio, put your thing on mute until you get situated. You giving us phone sick, motion sickness. So I will say, to find a healthy community, not only did we outline that acronym of community that we not going to go back over, go back and watch the replay to get the acronym, but when you go into that community, you should be able to literally plant yourself there like a seed and bloom. You should be able to bloom into the beautiful rose or the lily or the sunflower, whatever your favorite flower is. Everything you need to be replenished and to have that nurturing, you should be able to find in your community. And that's one thing that I pride myself on doing, because I don't want to learn everything. I be pushing them to, like, what else can you do? I mean, who is our person on the financial side? Who is our person on the real estate side? Who is our person on the social media side? Like, you should be able to go into your community and find everything. And so I pride myself on just creating experiences for my community, so my community is not totally dependent on me, because I will fail them. Because I'm just one person. So when you just want to make yourself the it, when you just want to be the it person, I'm letting you know that you're doing a disservice to your kids, to your family, to the people who are working for you, because it's really a selfishness type of thing. And I used to be that way until I learned that nothing can be taken away from me that's already mine, that God has already preordained for me. And I used to be that way, like, no, I'm not letting nobody else in. I don't want nobody else to know, because it was a fear of they may go over there and they may find more value over there, and then I'm going to lose them. But shit, I don't think that way no more. I'd be like, baby, I give them so much love. I know they going to come back. I ain't worried about that, because can't nobody do me, right? Can't nobody do me like me. So they need to go and learn what they need to learn, and then they'll be back. And so once you get to that place of community, like, you're going to be good. Y'all going to be real, real good. What are the signs that you are not a fit in that community? What are the signs? The signs are that you have tried all that you could do. You've done everything that you were supposed to do. You communicated, not one way communication, but you tried all different ways of communicating, and you reached out to maybe the head person, and you tried to address whatever your pain points, are with them. And there was no resolve. You've exhausted all things. because you gotta, I'm just to like step on some toes. You're imperfect. So do not expect perfection out of other people. Don't go to that damn restaurant talking about where my food at. It's been 15 minutes when you don't even cook in your own kitchen. Y'all feeling me? We got to learn how to give each other grace. Everybody needs grace because everybody is imperfect. And because we are imperfect beings, that's how God created us, so we can depend on each other. That's why he created us just like this. Because I be telling my coaches all the time, don't come over here be trying to want perfect systems for me, because shit, I'm still growing. But one thing I will do is communicate with you so you can know exactly where I am. And as long as you give me grace, I'm going to always give you excellence. And as long as I give you excellence, I'm going to give you outstanding excellence if you just give me an opportunity. If you just be patient with me, I promise you that I'm going to deliver exactly what I said I was, because I operate in integrity. So that's one way that you know, the question over here, Facebook and all y'all, was how do you know, when the community is not for you? Then he says, I love that. Can be the it because I will fail you. The team, T for team, will win it. Factor I plus team. Okay, so that's where we are. So Coach Giorgio is here. I'm gonna turn this camera over so y'all can see. Coach Giorgio, are you ready? Because Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, they ready for you. Take your phone off of mute. No, you're really low. Yeah, we can hear you, but you sound far away. And just it's a little better. It's a little better. Get right up on it. Get right up. That was too close. Okay, say something now. Are you on a speaker? Are you on your speaker? Yeah. Can y'all hear him good? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear him good.
Yeah, let me know if y'all
Oh, that's better. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay.
So you can hear me?
Yes. They're putting a 1 in the chat. They put 1 in the chat. Okay. That's great. We just need for you to be still now. That's all we need.
Y'all still hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Coach Stephanie. Okay. Just introduce yourself. We're talking, just in case you forgot, because you know you've been a little off today. We're talking about community. We're talking about community, how community has impacted our life, where you were before you found your community, and where you are now. But introduce yourself first.
Right. Okay, so my name is Coach Giorgio. They call me the Alpha Coach. And what I do is I life coach men, and I help them transition into an alpha male by helping them overcome the mindset and helping them connect them with their purpose at life. I just think this is what I want to say. This is a perfect topic, Master Coach, for his community, because of where I came from, which is I've been in the mental health field and behavioral health field since 2014. And I've been working with, I worked with at-risk youth that's in Child Protective Services. These kids that, that's dealing with a lot of, just mental problems, and without community. So this is why I say that this community is such a beautiful topic, because when I was working at this place, and I was the COO at this place, guys, and some to stay there with the kids, and a lot of when I get woken up to a kid just crying, and a lot of their stories, man, it come from them not having a community. They're not having a community. They don't have no one that they can trust. no one that they can believe in because they've been let down for so long. You can't bring up certain words, can't bring up mother, you can't bring up father, because they will just break down and cry because it's so much trauma there because they've been let down by a community or by their community or they think that's their community. So community is so big, and being in it's the difference. Being in a healthy community, that's where it's at. So I'm coming from that environment, kids, man, listen to those problems. I wanted to do something more. And Mexico can tell you, man, the whole time, even before Jice Love, we would just have conversations. We would just talk about these type of things, and me coming on with her. And the reason why I didn't come on earlier is because I didn't want to let those kids down.
Coach Giorgio, you're glitching just a little bit. You're glitching just a little bit. I'm sure it's your reception, but just FYI, you may just want to kind of focus on the screen so you can see when you freeze, and that way you can take a deep breath and then come back in, because that means that you're glitching.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I good now?
Yeah, you're good now. If you see yourself moving on the screen, then you good.
Okay.
Y'all see, I gotta teach y'all. I'm teaching them how to do the social media stuff too at the same time.
I'm good right now, right?
Yeah, you're good right now. And those of you who are on here, make sure you share this out. Bring your friends into the room and share this out. Okay, go.
Yes, bring all the friends. Bring all the friends. So I say that because the reason why I just think the community was so beautiful. It's a beautiful topic, and that leads me to Jice Love, which is my healthy community, the best community I would say I ever been in, and what Jice Love done for me is gave me the opportunity to live in my purpose. This community helped me connect with my abilities, and my strengths, and it helped me believe in myself even more. So going back when I was telling you, man, I several times, man, just waking up to a kid just crying and taking him out to the porch just to talk, and saying, man, I just want a mother, I just want a mother. I just want somebody. I just want someone to love me. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I just want someone to love me and be there. I just want that person like you, Mr. Giorgio. So I'm now able to do that. I'm now able to not only help these young men, but I'm also able to connect with the family and help the family and their kids to reconnect the relationship that they might lost, and help them build their healthy community. And so what Jice Love done for me, man, is just really to help me identify my purpose as life. And now I'm able to say that I'm a business owner. I'm able to say that I'm in the community. And I'm helping the community. I'm able to say these things, and that what makes me so proud. So coming into to work into these meetings, I smile now. I smile. I'm so excited. I wake up now. I wake up smiling. Can't wait to see my team, and just what because every Friday is different, guys. Every Friday is different. You don't know what to expect. We got Coach Sting. She gonna come. She gonna be the 100 with you at all times. But it's all out of love, man, and I just love it. And I used to wake up, guys, even though even though I'm I'm helping these kids that's in the CPS, man, I'm helping them every day. I used to wake up regretting I didn't want to go to work. I remember times, man, it's the night before me having to come to work, and I'm having panic attacks in the bed due to me just having the processing that I have to go into this environment. I had to go into this community I thought was a community, but it wasn't. It was a lot of selfishness. It was a lot of hate, and it was a lot of individual base, and it wasn't about the purpose and the goal of helping others. And so now I can say I wake up good health. I'm even can go work out now. You know, I used to could not work out. So I just think this is just a beautiful topic, man, and community, and really, man, it's very hard to even become successful without a community. Every successful person have a community, you know, and that's how people grow. So this was a wonderful topic, and that's all I have to say. Shout out to my Alpha community, man. Shout out to my Alpha community.
That is beautiful. Thank you so much. We have so many people who try to join this panel over here, but child, I don't know y'all like that, so I'm sorry. I can't bring y'all up here because I don't know if y'all on some hard stuff or what. Coach Adam says, Coach Giorgio, how would you suggest someone find a community that aligns with them?
So how would I suggest it?
Mm-hmm.
Just you wouldn't know. That's a good question. You wouldn't know the right community for you till you just get in it. So I would say that feeling is that you're happy. You happy, you smiling, and you feel like you whatever that is you're doing with this community, it's feel like you having a purpose with this community. Especially if they're supportive. So that'll be my suggestion for anyone who's looking for a community. Just analyze and pay attention to the people. And if they make you smile, they make you happy. Like my mentor say, man, if it make you feel sexy, I say go for it. That's your community right there. You know. Because I knew Giants Level was my community because I was able to come in, be myself, no judgment, and I was happy. I was happy to be around the tribe, and it's this positive energy all around. It's like no negative energy. So that's a great question, Coach Adam.
And I will say that the reason why he can say that there's no negative energy is because we are so responsible for how we make each other feel. Right? I think that is so important. Like when you start to do community with other people, and remember we talk about, you know, having openness and all the things. I see that someone inboxed me and said, hey, can you send me your acronym for community? But I'm not gonna say it's gonna be perfect, because remember I already told y'all, let me join please. I had already told y'all that it's progress over perfection. However, when everybody is working together, right, we're respecting one another, we're all in it with each other, we're self-managing our emotions, then the negativity is very less. And when it does surface, everybody is able to redirect their thoughts. Everybody is able to add value, to add, you know, the progression instead of taking away. Most of us belong to places where, you know, you just got to be quiet. You got to sit here. You got to do whatever these rules say. This is what you got to follow. You have no input. Yeah, there's no input. There's no value. And there's judgment on top of that. And I'm judging your ass on top of that. Stop wearing that red hair and the pink lips and all the crazy stuff. You don't look. I literally have had my my quote unquote high value friends, because of course, as you move up the ladder, you move up a tax bracket, you meet new people. And so I've had some of my high value friends ask me, like, Lakendra, like, how do you do community with all them different type of people? And I'm like, oh, you mean my diverse community that gives me love and support, unlike what you have. You have community, but it's such a facade. Y'all are not really supporting each other. It's all about, what can I do? What can I get from you? And that's the type of community. It's like a revolving door. Well, we have a revolving door, but shit, ain't nobody leaving out of it. I'd be like, okay, we bringing people in. When people come in, they want to stay, and that's the type of community that y'all should want to foster. That's the type of community that y'all should want to get involved in. So if you don't have community, I'm gonna challenge you to find yourself a community. Whether it's when I used to do my private practice and I used to have clients, I used to coach a lot of foreigners, and they used to come here to the United States and try to acclimate themselves. And the first thing that I would tell them is, hey, you need to find, first of all, you need to go find your culture within this city. Because trust me, we're in Dallas, and Dallas a melting pot. So trust me, your people are here. There's a city with nothing but Indian descendants there, or Asian descendants, like whatever. Go find them. And then I would have them to go on meetup.com, and say, find something that you're passionate about. Let's just say you're passionate about pottery. I don't know. If you're passionate about pottery, go on to meetup.com, type in pottery, and a list of things are going to pop up about pottery. Just read and search and go to one of those pottery meetups so you can start to form community. So I'm giving y'all the game of how to form community. You got to find you a space where you feel supported, where you feel valued, where you feel accepted, where you can come in and make your mistakes and they not kick you out, or they not, red scarlet letter you, but they're there to help you to grow. They can help to redirect you and say, you know what, sis, I understand what you're saying, but that was wrong. That was wrong. And you may just want to reflect on it and just see how you can make that better. And then when you figure it out, if you don't feel strong enough to have the conversation, then we have a meeting that's mediated, where you can feel safe in presenting your side, because there's going to be conflict. Y'all, we be having conflict even in our community. There's conflict, and I always empower our life coach leaders to be responsible in their communication, to be responsible in their posture and their tone. And that's why community is so important in order for you to have massive growth. Massive growth. I will tell you, it would change your life. It has changed my life. When I got away from solo Rolo Lakendra, and I can do all things by myself, and I'm a strong Black woman, and I don't need nobody help. And I just got tired of being broke down and on the roller coaster ride and fighting the war by myself. It's like a million people, and I'm the only person with the armor on, with my sword in that fight, and I'm just getting slashed. I'm just getting slaughtered. And I just got tired of getting slashed and slaughtered. And I had to learn how to trust again. And I had to learn how to forgive again, because I have to forgive some of these people sometimes. And I had to learn how to hold space with people and not put so much emphasis on everything, right? Having these weird expectations of other people, because we have weird expectations of people that we don't even give to ourselves. And it's so unfair. It's just so unfair. Y'all want to say anything? Trust again is me. Yeah, but Siobhan, you've been on here with us for an hour and 24 minutes, so you ready for it. You know what I mean? You a complete stranger with us, and you're here. So whatever it is that you're desiring, it desires you back. You just gotta find your space. You just gotta find your space, and you gotta work at it. You gotta work at it within you because it's something that's within you that's keeping you from trusting. So if you was the only person left on this world, in this world, right? You the only person that's left. You was walking this earth alone, and you had to trust the environment. This is how I tell people to exclude people, because when we think about people, it triggers us. So remove all people, put yourself on the planet by yourself, and now you just have to trust the environment. You have to trust nature. You have to trust the animals. What steps would you go through in order to get you there? And whatever those steps are the same steps you would need to take in order to start trusting people better. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, Allison.
Because I was gonna touch bases, like it's always gonna start with you first. So once you heal yourself and you're able to start trusting everyone else or trusting the environment, you know, trusting those doors or opportunities you have to walk through. Because if you don't do that inner healing, whether you're forgiving yourself or forgiving others, it's not gonna work. You're gonna continue to keep hitting those roadblocks. So you have to start with you and release and reflect within yourself so that you can build that community, because you don't want to keep having that same issue with your community. And if it's still a continuous issue, it's 9 times out of 10 it's you.
9.8 times. 9. Look, I'm gonna release you from the 2%. Most times it's us. Yeah, it really is. I am a mixed woman that came here from, is it Peru? It's PR. You know, girl, help me out. What's PR? Girl, help us. When I was 5. Puerto Rico? Peru? What is it? She gonna tell us in a minute. She gonna help us out and tell us in a minute. Puerto Rico, hey, Puerto Rico. So I have a really close friend that's Puerto Rican, but I have all kind of friends. So yeah, so I get it, and I also have my nieces are biracial, so I understand the trying to fit in, trying to find community, and all the things. But just like I share with my nieces, I'm a Black woman. And me even trying to find a Black community that don't treat me like I'm a foreigner. We have our first suffering is created from our own communities. That's why I'm so heavy with inclusion. That's why I'm so heavy with diversity. Because we will stay in spaces that are comfortable for us, but it's killing us. It's killing our spirit. It's killing everything about us because we've been conditioned not to operate outside of where we're comfortable. And I will say that you have to really change your belief system. Wherever your belief system is failing you, you need to create a new belief. And a lot of us feel that we can't create a new belief because it comes from our heritage, and that's what our parents taught us, and that's all we know. But when that belief is failing you, it's okay for you to create a newer belief where you can massively grow. Remember, all I'm talking about is massively growing, and that's all I teach over here. I'm going to always challenge people to challenge their belief system that's failing them. And I did the same thing. I grew up Baptist, and the very first time I met Monk Tashi, I talk about Monk Tashi, which is a monk that mentored me starting at the age of 28. And I'll never forget, I went and told, like, I was so excited just about the things that I was going to be learning from him. And I'll never forget, my grandmother was like, no, Lakendra, that's some devil worshiping thing. She had never really heard of a monk before, but the perspective that, the facade perspective of what she knew versus her seeing the transformation in me of becoming a better person. So I had to challenge my belief system in order to have a higher level thought process. that could reshape my emotions and my behavior. So sometimes that just gotta happen. That just have to happen. What we got on here? It said, good job. We did our 90 minutes. We did our 90 minutes, y'all. Y'all, if I can do it, you can do it too. If you have to speak for 90 minutes, if I say I'm going to give you $1 million, I'm going to give you $1 million over here. I'm going to give you $1 million to speak for 90 minutes. What would you speak about? Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. If I said, if you could speak, if I could give you $1 million right now, and I put you on the live to speak for 90 minutes, what would you speak about? Of course, you can inbox me. Did you make sure you follow me, and then I'll accept the request and follow you back. My daughter. I love that. Relationships. I love that. Life's lessons. I love that. You have to be able to tap into your highest, what I call it, like your supreme self. Your supreme self is everything that lights you up. Parental education is over here. I love that. Everything that lights you up, things that you can get on your soapbox about, and you can add so much value to. Like if you're not doing that, if you're healing, healthcare, and finding peace, my mom, I love it. Reestablishing her. And so my thing is, if you're not operating in that territory, then you're doing a disservice to yourself. Like if you are not operating in these zones that you just listed here, in these topic areas, this is the reason why, for me, this is why I created my life coaching school, to let all leaders know that we should be doing more. You can be a lawyer and you can be talking about healing. You can be a cashier. Maybe you are the cashier of all cashiers. And you can do more outside of that. You can be a teacher and you can do more outside of that. And for me, that's what life coaching is. So we train life coach leaders to do more and to do it with love. Do it with love and responsibility and integrity, which is the hardest part, which is the reason where all the training exists. So I really wanted to come on here for 5 days. For those of you who have missed the 5-day challenge, go back and watch the replays because they have been absolutely amazing. And day 5 was all about community. And I didn't want to come on here and talk about community and not bring my community here. So thank you to my community. We lost Nappy Coach because she was at work. Thank you to Nappy Coach that was here. Thank you for Coach Tamasha and Coach Giorgio. Everybody that's on here, thank you for watching and going. And everybody that's on here is super positive. So remember, I said finding community is so important. Even virtual communities are important. And the acronym that I gave y'all at the beginning that I will not go back over because it was too long. The acronym, go look in the comments. The acronym that I gave y'all for community should even be for you on social media. Stop going into all of these people's lives that are not in alignment with your core values and with where you're trying to grow. We mostly connect with people that we can identify with who we are right now, but those aren't the communities that you need to be a part of. You need to be in communities that is going to challenge you to massively grow. Whenever I'm live, trust me, you're going to come in my live and I'm going to be talking about how you need to be massively growing. And I'm going to be challenging your belief system. I'm going to be challenging your mindset. I'm going to be challenging your heart set because that's my purpose in life. I can talk about this stuff for hours and never get tired because I've done the work and I'm still in pursuit of doing the work. So that's my love. This is Love Month, and I wanted to come and just give you a piece of my love and give you a piece of my community so you can know, one, that we exist and there are good people that exist in this world that don't want anything from you. Like, I promise y'all, I'm not going to pitch y'all or anything. Like, this is it. Child, we got a whole nonprofit. I got to go on that nonprofit page and ask for money. I gotta go on the nonprofit page. So this was it. This was it for the Master Coach LaKendra page with this 5-day challenge. And I think I'm gonna do a challenge every month. So so next month we'll have a challenge, and then you'll come on. Maybe next month will be a 3-day challenge. I don't know. It's March Madness, so maybe we need to do a 7-day challenge.
There's gonna be a lot going on in March, and it's Women's Month.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this before we go, Master Coach. February has always been a tough month for me, but like within these last 2 years, just being consistent with Jice, I've been able to push through, honestly, in February. So how everybody has those bad months, but February is my month, and I took advantage of it, and I didn't let it take advantage of me. So I can still say thanks to my tribe and my community.
I love that.
Being there.
I love that. Thank you, Coach Tamasha. And I have bad months too, and I will say it's because of me knowing that I have to show up to a space that I'm deserving to be a part of, and that is depending on me. That's one thing I will say. Love Tiff. She said, shout out to all the beautiful people on the live. Yeah. Can y'all go follow each other? Can y'all just look? Those of you who are tuning in over here, if you haven't liked my YouTube page, my LinkedIn page, because you could just be listening on my Facebook page, go ahead and follow me over here, because I know this was kind of weird, because I did get a message yesterday and say, hey, we feel like you be leaving us out when you be on your TikTok, but I don't be wanting to leave TikTok out either. So maybe y'all need to come and like me on TikTok, and I can just do all these on TikTok, because I just like that platform better. The communication is just on different levels, and I really, really like it. So I will say that, when you plant yourself into community, it will make you be so responsible, not only for yourself, but for other people. Because the day that I choose not to show up, I'm disappointing everybody. Right? And so,
and that's how it is in coaching.
Yeah.
You don't show up, or they expect to see you because you are their light in their dim environment. Like, you brighten up their day. So you have to show up for them. So, and you have your community to show up for you, or you show up for your community as well, so that they can continue to lighten up your day. So. Yes.
I love that y'all are saying got you, because that means that y'all are friending each other. Because listen, when you go viral, and when all these people be coming to like your page, you don't know if they're bots, you don't know if they're humans, you don't know if they cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs or what. But I will say, everybody on this live, we are real and we're striving for excellence. So we all should be following each other, right? So everybody go send me a follow, and I'm going to follow you back as soon as I get off of here. Whitney said, whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Because it's serious. Y'all, I be having all kind of people in my inbox. Like, it'd be crazy. I'm like, how are you even on this platform? Like, you know what I mean? Because the stuff they be sending me be wild. And so I'm looking for just good, positive people to support. I want to support y'all. And, if you doing something and you live, send me an inbox. Say, hey, come join my live. Because most of the time, I'm on social media. I probably work, 65% offline, and then the other percentage is online. So I'm there, in my business. So I want to find good people where we can come together. We do a live event. We have a live event on November the 1st. I would love for people that we meet on social media to come to our live event. We super crunk. Like, we like to have fun, even though we're all about personal growth and development. We have hella fun too. And once a month we do a free event. We do a Love Thursday event once a month. Yeah. So we are an in-person and we are an online business, and that's what I love about us. We were totally in person, and when COVID hit, we had to pivot to virtual. So that's the reason why we're so personable. So, when people come into our community, they feel the love and the energy, and they're just like, oh my gosh, why are y'all like this? It's because we were just an in-person school for a very, very long time until COVID, and COVID made us pivot, right? So life is constantly changing, y'all. Life is constantly changing. And if you are not healing and being responsible for yourself, if you're not being responsible for your heart and what you are, doing to your heart and in your mind and what you're feeding your mind, it's hard to adapt to change. It's very, very hard. But I will say that it was very easy for us to adapt to change because we really try to operate in the highest level of authenticity. We really, really do. And I have a really, really good team. All of us pivot. I'm telling you, and those who didn't, they still are stuck in that darkness. When did COVID happen? 2020, 2021? When did it happen? You on mute.
Yep, 1920.
Yeah, she talk about 1920. Y'all see how cuckoo for Cocoa Post she is? I don't even know what 1920. Baby, we weren't even born. Anybody here was born in 1920 over here? Were you born? In 2020. Yeah, so some of us are still stuck. But you know what? It was real. It was real for a lot of people. A lot of people lost family members. A lot of people, just lost hope during that time. And that's the reason why we are so grounded in love. We were created from love. And if you feel disconnected from love, it's because you need to work on your own interpersonal healing. Because you were not born to fail. You were not born to not have abundance and prosperity. You were born to be successful. You were born to find your way and your direction. And it's up to you to get back in alignment with your highest essence. Because now you are an adult. I probably got only one child. I have a child that followed me. She's 10. She my best friend, and she follows me on here. So other than her, and even talking to her, I'm telling this 10-year-old who follows me that you are responsible for how you make yourself feel and how you make other people feel. And if you are away from that, if you're detached from that, you can no longer blame anyone else. You have to take massive action for where it is that you're. Look, she said that. Look, she's on here. She said, that's me. I just love her. You have to take massive and her parents monitor her account. So don't, you weirdos who not on here, but you listening on the background and you not really on here, don't play, because her parents monitor her account. So you just have to take massive action, y'all. And it's hard. It's hard work, and you have to be mindful of it every day. And some days you're gonna fail. Some days you're gonna act out of character. Some days you're gonna say some shit that you didn't mean to say. And you have to redirect yourself and bring you back to a space of humility so you can go back and apologize and forgive and have self-forgiveness. Because we're human. We're not perfect. I'm not perfect. And I write this stuff. I study this stuff. And even I have days where LaKendra got to stay at the house. Child, don't come outside. Because that mouth of yours. And I have to redirect myself and ask myself, what has happened that I feel that I can deposit pain into somebody else? Like what has happened inside of me where I have to be ugly to somebody else, that I have to be unforgiving to somebody else? It's because there's something happening internally inside of me, and I'm responsible for that. So once you learn how to be responsible for yourself, which is what life coaching teaches you, I hate the dirty picture that has been painted in the life coaching industry, because life coaching is the highest level of personal development. All this other stuff that people have defined it as, it ain't that for me. I've been having my school since 2010, and I teach massive personal development. The personal development in who you are right now and where it is that you're trying to go. It's a gap, right? It's a gap. So I'm right here. This is the LaKendra right here, but I want to be right here. So what do we need to do in between here to get here? It's a lot of damn work. It's a lot of work. And if you don't commit yourself to being a lifelong learner and a lifelong grower, you will never get there. You'll never get there, right? What y'all saying on here? I love y'all. I have not introduced myself. My name is Ashley. What? And I'm a wife. What? And I'm a mama of 3. Yeah, with special needs children. Yeah, okay. So that's my whole background is in special needs. My whole background is in special needs and human behavior. So thank you. Hey, thank you for introducing yourself. Can everybody just go introduce yourself like Ashley did? Introduce yourself. That was Siobhan. That's who I've been calling Siobhan the whole time.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah, everybody go put an introduction in so I can. My name is Kendra. What? And I'm a master life coach. What? And I run a life coaching school. What? Okay. Maybe that ain't my gift, but it's somebody's gift on here. Coach Giorgio, is that your gift? Can you rhyme that? Can you rhyme that, Coach Giorgio? You on mute.
Oh, sure, yeah. Is he on mute?
Yeah. I just want Coach. You know what? Can we start a GoFundMe fund for Coach Giorgio to get a new cell phone? can we start a GoFundMe fund for Coach Giorgio? That's what I'm gonna do. We need to start a GoFundMe fund so Coach Giorgio can get a new phone. Yes, we can. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. What was your question?
I don't even know no more. I don't know. I don't know.
Can you freestyle?
Can I freestyle?
Yeah.
Not really. Just
Okay.
somebody can freestyle.
Okay, look. Do this one, Coach. Coach Mariah. See if you can freestyle that one for Allison.
Oh man.
Yeah. Wait, I have. Are you gonna try it? Okay, go.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. My name is Allison.
What?
I'm an RN. Yeah.
What?
I'm trying to get out of traditional nursing.
A.
Create healing. Yeah.
Hey, get it. Okay, we got it. Get it, Allison. Okay, I have one over here. I'm a woman, and I'm a mother, and I'm an educator and a life coach. What? You better get it. But who am I talking to? Is this Coach Bianca over here? Y'all gotta say y'all name in here so we can wrap this out for y'all. Okay. Love Tiff. Don't do us like that. Just cheer on. Just hold space with us, okay? Because we have to have joy because we are a mental behavioral health company. So you can only imagine what we deal with all day, every day. So we really are fun people. We really, really are. But I really just wanted to come on and do this 5-day massive growth challenge to let y'all know that life can be what you make it. And that sounds so cliche and so fluffy, but it is true. I'm a true testimony of that. I have created this life for me, despite of, all of the things that I've been through, that I was raised into. This is what I envisioned for myself when I was a little girl. I envisioned this life. We all have these dreams, and it all started from when we were younger. Because that's the gift that God gave us. He gave us the gift to co-create with him, right? And so when you start to tap into your faith, which is something that I teach, whatever your faith is, because we don't judge people's faith if it's helping to make them good people. So when you start to tap into your faith and ground yourself with it, it gives you more purpose and more joy and more hope. Without hope, we're so lost. That's the reason why I say you got to believe in something. I don't care what it is, if it's going to help you to be a good person. So This whole 5 days was for me to just give you the gift of hope, give you the gift of love, and give you the gift of light, to know that life is going to be all right. Just long as you keep believing in what you believe in and stop letting people sway you away from that. Stop listening to these people and you haven't created some type of, you know, community with them. Like the first thing we hear, it's like, oh my gosh, I gotta stop drinking this type of water because they said we gotta stop drinking it. But did you do your research on it? What have you done to cultivate the new belief? You have to cultivate everything. Cultivation is learning. You got to learn, you got to research, you got to see, you know, how you feel about it. And if it doesn't connect with your heart and feeling good, you got to let it go. That's in creating relationships, that's with accepting jobs, that's in even your community and how you and where you live. Sometimes, you know, you can feel so uncomfortable in your home every single day, which means that maybe you need to move. Maybe you need to buckle down and move so you can find a space that's going to make you feel safe and secure. Definitely the season of walking in purpose. Amen. 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 So this is our time. This is our time, y'all. I know that if I was at home, but I'm at work. So this is my workspace. That's Lovey the Bear back there. So I'm at work, and if I was at home, I would stay on with y'all, but I want to make it home. So thank y'all for tuning in. We won't be on tomorrow. This is the 5 days right here. Okay. We won't. So we won't be on tomorrow. YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok. But I will be putting content out. So let's make sure we're all following each other. And when I get March, I'll come back with another challenge, and let's do community with each other in March. So I'm sending y'all love and light, and I'm signing off. Thank you, team, for joining in. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
And bye, y'all over here, too. See y'all later, alligator.